is awarded the chance to make a farewell speech on behalf of the class. The valedictorian's speech marks the transition from high school. I am proud to present the valedictorian of Daegu Middle High School's class of 2018, Jiahn Reilly.
Sorry. Welcome, distinguished guests, Dr. Allen, Dr. Arrington, Mr. Gray, Ms. Hahn, and Mr. McDonald, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to speak with you all today. When I first sat down to write this speech, I was clueless about what to do. So like I solved every other problem in high school, I Googled valedictorian speeches, and I didn't get any great results. So I changed my search to funny val speeches and how to write a grad speech. This really wasn't working out for me, so I decided to just sit back, think, and reflect on what Daegu High School has meant to me. And I found myself thinking about time, about how it flies by and how there never seems to be enough of it. How sometimes we don't get to appreciate the time we have and the people we share it with. I mean, think about it. It feels like just yesterday we took our first steps into high school. Freshman year, feeling nervous, not knowing what to expect. And look at us now. We're on this stage, about to shake Mr. Gray's hand, and finally get to call ourselves proud high school graduates. So, as most grad speeches go, I'm supposed to give you some word of advice now. But people way smarter than me have pondered over the mystery time since, well, the beginning of time, and they haven't been able to come up with anything yet. I mean, even Aristotle said, time is the most unknown of all unknown things. But here's what I know. I know that our fight with time is a losing battle, but that doesn't mean we can't fight against it anyways. According to an essential theory of physics, a class that I struggled through this year, time is relative. Now, it took Einstein to figure this out, but if you step foot into Daegu, you know how fast time passes. Between sports games and tests, PBL and prom, we stay busy, and the months flash by just like that. So, how do we fight against time? How do we live in the moment and appreciate the fullness of life? I say, you have to take risks. Amy Poehler once said, "You never know what is around the corner unless you peek. Take your risks now." There's going to be so many risks for us to take, and I hope you all have the courage to take them. Sure, everything is ending, but not now. So don't worry about the ticking time bomb that is life. As you slip off into the future, take risks and embrace it. And this brings us back to right now, graduation, which, if you think about it, is all about time. It's a celebration of one of the greatest achievements we've made in our short 18 years or so of life. It's about this moment. It's about the past 12 years and what we've done to get here. It's about the future and what is waiting for us. Like all of us here, I'm still trying to understand the relentless fight against the rush of time. And who knows, maybe I'll never understand. But that's okay, because in no time, we'll all be going off to college or starting jobs, and we'll make our time our own. In the words of Spanish philosopher Baltasar Gracian, all that really belongs to us is time. Even he who has nothing else has that. So my fellow graduates, be proud of yourself. We did it. Just make sure you don't let your time here on Earth slip through your grasp, for time is way too precious for it to slip away without a fight. Class of 2018, it's our time. Thank you.
Tonight's commencement guest speaker, Mr. Patrick McDonald, who graduated from the University of Arizona in 1992 with a master's degree in business administration and education, where he taught as a college professor for 5 years. He has been in DoDEA for 13 years as a teacher, administrator, Pacific-wide math coordinator, ISS, and Japan district math coordinator. Mr. Patrick McDonald was a DoDEA student, just like us, who went through 9 different schools in 12 years. He experienced moving every few years, learning to develop new friendships and explore the world. From coaching volleyball to goalkeeping, I have personally learned a lot from him. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Patrick McDonald.
Sorry. Graduates of the class of 2018, Dr. Allen, Dr. Arrington, Mr. Grade, Mrs. Hahn, distinguished faculty, parents, family, and friends, it is truly a privilege to have been asked to speak tonight, and I am very honored. But I hope you'll indulge me as I turn around a little bit, because tonight is really about the graduates of 2018, and my speech is really to them. So I apologize if I'm going to have my back to you a little bit. I must admit, I'm a little bit nervous speaking to you all tonight because you are such a special class. And I talked to a lot of people about what I should say to you tonight and what advice I should give as you move into the next chapter. And all my friends said the same thing. Be funny. Tell some jokes, make them laugh. And then I talked to my best friend who said, well, there's a problem with that. You're not funny. So then I started thinking, okay, like most graduation speeches, what advice can I give you? And I started thinking about the advice that I would want to give as you're moving on. And I thought about the little old Korean lady who lives, or who works at the supermarket down by my apartment. I see her about twice a week. She speaks very good English, and we've become friends over this year that I've lived here in Daegu. And she loves to give me advice. For example, this winter I walked in and she said, oh, it's very cold out. You're wearing a very light jacket. You need to put on a scarf and a hat. Oh, very nice. Okay, thank you so much. She said to me one time this fall, oh, you are fat. You have to lose weight. Okay, true, but And then my favorite one that happened just a couple weeks ago was when she walked up to me and said, you need cream for your head to grow hair. You are too bald. Well, it's all good advice, no doubt. I know you all laugh and I'm laughing too. It's all good advice, but it's not necessarily what I wanted to hear. So for you all, I'm not going to give advice tonight. Instead, I'm going to talk about the memories that I'm going to walk away with tonight of your class. I think the first thing I'll always remember is how kind and compassionate you all have been to me. This is my first year at Daegu Middle High School, and from the day I started working here, people have been this class has been nothing but kind to me. I remember the first person I met was Nerf, downstairs when I was setting up computers, and a lot of the other seniors. And from that point on, everybody has always said hi to me in the hallway, has always gone out of the way to say something to me as I'm walking around the school, or to come and tell me the great things that are happening to them in their personal lives. By the way, congratulations, Gage. I'm very excited for you. But I think we can all agree that senior year can be very stressful, especially as you're contemplating your future, the possibility of leaving home, saying goodbye to good friends, and all the other issues that arise. Many times, the stress that causes seniors, this stress causes seniors to only think about themselves and not really focus on the feeling of others. But that is not the case in this class. One example of this was the first week that we were here at school. It's a new building. Students are all over the place trying to figure out where they're going. You all know what I'm talking about. Trying to figure out where their classes are, work with the bell schedule. And I was downstairs in the hallway, and I look across and down the hallway, and I see this little girl. She had to have been in 6th or 7th grade, who is just sitting there with her schedule shaken. And you can just see the tears welling up in her eyes. And I started walking down to see if I could help her. And before I got there, Nina walks up to her. And I don't know what Nina said, but it must have been something like, are you lost? Are you scared? And the girl just burst into tears. And so Nina's trying to help her, and she's like, she can't even talk, she's so scared. So Nina takes her schedule, looks where she's at, says, oh, you're upstairs. takes her upstairs, shows her where she's supposed to go. By that time, the bell had rung, everybody's gone in class. So as Nina came back down, I thought I would stop, just say, thank you, that was incredibly kind of you. And so I did, and she said, thank you, but that's what we do here. That's who we are. And I remember thinking at that point, that's exactly what this senior class is about. And I could tell probably 100 different stories of the kindness I've seen you all show to other people. I think about how you listen and support each other, how you're always encouraging each other, and how you work to help others get through the day. And I will always remember your kindness to each other. I will also remember how relentless you have been to succeed, regardless of the challenges and the changes that you have faced, and how you did so with humor and joy. Like Nina said, I was also a DoDEA student. I went to 9 different schools in 12 years. I went through different teachers, different buildings, different curriculum, different coaches, different places, and I think that you all have gone through as much change in 1 year as I have gone through in my 12 years of education. When you think about it, new environment, new school, new coaches, new teachers, new curriculum, PBL. I see you rolling your eyes. You can. But through it all, you have never backed down or allowed these changes to get the best of you. You were relentless in your academics, your athletics, and your other activities. And you faced those challenges with laughter and a smile. Let's be honest, being happy in high school isn't always easy, especially with all the drama that takes place. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But each time I walked through the school, I could always see many of you smiling and laughing with each other. I mean, take Tony, for example. I don't think I've ever seen this man without a smile on his face, except for maybe right now when I'm embarrassing him, but But I asked him the other day, I said, have you ever been in a bad mood? And he looked at me and he's like, well, yeah. I said, how about this year? He's like, I don't know, I don't think so. And I thought as he was walking away, I want to be Tony when I grow up. And I see this with many of you each day. You understand that life will throw obstacles at you, but you will always find a path to success, and you do it with a smile and with humor. But probably my fondest memory of you will be how you embraced each other's differences and uniqueness. Being different can be difficult, especially in high school. It takes incredible courage to be your own person, especially because society likes to label people who are different as quirky, strange, a little off, weird. But my favorite quote of all time is written on a shirt that my niece bought and wears all the time that says, weird is a side effect of being awesome. And I think you all get that. People who are unique or quirky or weird are the best type of people. They have something different about them that makes you want to be with them. You choose to embrace others' differences because you see how awesome they are. I love how Geo and Nerf exemplify this each and every day. I love how they have set the standard for our school by really trying to be inclusive of everyone else. Day in and day out, I watch them celebrate not only their own uniqueness, but the uniqueness of others. They are so confident in who they are that they look for the best in others. And I see this in your entire class. Because you are strong and confident, you accept the differences of others. Okay, I know at the beginning I said that I'm not going to give you any unsolicited advice. I lied. But I want to leave you with this one thought tonight, because I believe it perfectly portrays your class.